It's Christmas Day, and I'm working the midnight shift. I wake up to just another ordinary day, regardless of its December 25thness. I call up my fiancée to spend time with her and her family before I leave to go to work. Lo and behold, they are playing Overcooked 2. So, I checked on Steam to see if it was on sale, and of course it was, because nearly everything's on sale on Steam at Christmas. So I grabbed the game, installed it, and joined in on the fun. But sadly, technical difficulties were to be had. For they were playing on the Switch, and I was playing on the Steam Deck. Some research was done, but not a helpful tutorial could be found which would make the cross-play compatible, even when going into the settings and toggling on cross-play branch with EGS. But the game was cheap enough, I just got it for everyone. Overcooked 2 is a chaotic, up to 4-player co-op game where you get to try to cook up a plethora of dishes before time runs out with you and potentially your dysfunctional friends. You can play single player, and I did that for achievements, but Overcooked 2 is best played with friends. Overcooked 2 was developed by Ghost Town Games and Team 17.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, the tragedy. The Onion King has cast a spell and risen an army of the unbred.
Just go with me on this one. It's a magical land with food puns.
Shut up and listen. Only you and up to 3 other people can cook enough delicious dishes to keep their ravenous hunger at bay. But you are woefully unprepared, because you probably only know how to make ramen and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. How could you overcome such an insatiable horde? By going on a hero's journey through 6 worlds, each having 6 levels in it.
There's not really much to write home about for the story. It's cute. I enjoyed the premise. The unbred is an amusing pun for the undead. It's kind of a whole package kind of thing. I won't remember the story of Overcooked 2 because it was great. I'll remember that Overcooked 2 had cute little creatures in it, the Onion King, pupper named Kevin, the unbreaded pun, the cozy style, nice music. The words that I'm looking for here are theming and style, and Overcooked 2 has it in spades. Again, I kind of just think of Overcooked 2 as a party game where having a story is just kind of a bonus, not really a necessity at all. I primarily played on my Steam Deck, but when I eventually got around to playing on my computer properly, I gave the keyboard controls a shot. And I hate them. I thought I would at least be able to aim with my mouse when throwing stuff or something like that, but Overcooked 2 just really doesn't have great keyboard and mouse controls. Scratch that, there's no mouse controls, it's just keyboard controls. So, I would highly suggest playing this game with a controller. Sadly, my fiancée's PlayStation controller doesn't work, so she needs to suffer through with the keyboard controls. But Xbox controllers work just fine. You move around the world, dash, interact, and throw stuff. The controls are very simple and Overcooked, but that's good because the challenge comes with timing. After several hours and becoming seasoned, see what I did there? I got good enough to toss rice into pots, meat to cutting boards, and lining up stuff exactly where it should be. And while playing single player, I got good about setting one character to washing dishes or chopping food, and running around frantically with my other character trying to get as much done as quickly as possible. My playstyle in most games could be considered frantic in general, but giving me 2 characters to try to coordinate by myself, with myself, and trying desperately to get high enough scores to get 3 stars, well, let's just say, I'm not sure if playing on my own was actually any easier than playing cooperatively. That being said, I can comment that the level score requirements increased in multiplayer. But after playing on my own, playing multiplayer got much easier. All I gotta do is worry about what I'm doing, not make sure that I've got one character doing one thing while another character is doing something else. I put 14 hours into Overcooked before I finished the final level, and that's because I went back as a single player to get 3 stars on all the levels, and then I also played Overcooked 2 with my fiance in a separate game. It looks like many people average 7 to 12 hours playing in total. There's also DLC for the game, which is good for the developer. Although, based on the percentages on Steam achievements, I don't think people normally get around to playing the DLC for Overcooked 2. Additionally, I cannot comment on the DLC at this time because I do not have it and have not played it. Minor gripe here. This only matters to myself and a small fraction of people out there, but my game completion percentage is going to be bad because I need to get Carnivals of Chaos, Night of the Hangry Horde, Campfire Cook-Off, and Surf and Turf to get those achievements which are locked behind the DLC. A lot of games do this. It's a good way to squeeze some extra life out of a release title. It can also be used to target freaks like me who actually care about completion percentage. With that being said, you should note there is a seasonal update available in the Extras tab, which will give you more levels to play. This update should be free and automatically added to your game if you have Overcooked 2. Extra levels are extra levels. I'm not going to complain about getting bonus content. Thank you, devs! Don't miss out on the extra levels though, because it's easy to miss the extra stuff unless you're either buying DLC or browsing through available content like I was. It's not even free DLC on the Steam store. It's just added to the game as is. So yeah, kinda easy to miss. There's a few different game modes to play. If you have time to spare, you can jump into the story and go from level to level through a cute hub world. But if you're a bit more pressed for time, or you just want to skip right to the action, you can play Arcade or Versus mode too. Arcade mode is to just jump into the game and play the level. No context, no story, just plug and play. Versus mode, on the other hand, I found to be particularly fun, because you can get creative on how evil you are. You can just simply race to see who makes the dishes fastest, but I started weaponizing food and tossing it over into my brother's area, stealing ingredients that he needed, and even stole all of his plates. My greatest feat was stealing a completely finished dish of his and running it over and delivering it to my goal instead. In conclusion, I picked up Overcooked 2 on sale to play with friends and family, and it made my Christmas better. I'd suggest playing it with friends. Again, you can play on your own, but it's not really in the spirit of the game. The most fun I've had with this game has been working cooperatively together and being a little devil in versus. It takes a little bit of time to get used to the gameplay, and every time you get a new recipe, you need to figure out who's doing what job, but I'm confident your friend group will figure it out. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to do all the things. And if you'll excuse me, I think I hear my soup boiling over. I wish this was just a joke and not something that actually happened to my tomato soup the other day. You'd think I would learn.